Hey, what's good, fam? It's your man, Pastor B Wade here. Um, there's two things that's very true and actual, and that is that there is a spiritual law and there is a natural law. Those things do not change. Spiritual law, there's a heaven and a hell based upon what you accept as your principles and standard of living. You will either end up in heaven or hell. Um, Spiritual law. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put out there in life, however you live your life, that is not karma. That is called reaping and sowing. It's a harvest season. Whatever you put out, you will get back, and you will get back in a multiplicity of it. Galatians 5 tells us about reaping and sowing. That is a spiritual law. Natural law, there is spring, fall, summer, and the other one, whatever that's called. Winter. All of those are seasons. Each season changes. One comes to an end, providing for the next one. The next one grows off of that season, and that one comes to an end, so on and so forth. That is a form of change. That is natural law. The thing about change is inevitable. It's going to forever happen. Change never will not happen. It's interesting when we want change to happen, then it's a great thing. When we want change to happen and it changes and affects the lives of people, we tell kids, you just got to get over it. You got to deal with it. This is life. Change happens. You got to adapt. When change happens to us, when we don't want change to happen, then we cry, then we moan, then we're upset, then we're frustrated, then we're hurt because we don't understand why this is happening to us. I can't answer why it's happening to you, but I can tell you is change is going to happen. There's always a season of life. What we do in our seasons of life is what's important for the next season of life, because change is going to cause change. Change is going to move in a way that allows us to have to go forward whether we want it to or not. Change is going to happen. So understand that when there's change, what we need to recognize is that there are seasons of life. It's our job in those seasons of life to learn and get everything we can out of it so that we can be prepared for the next season of life. It does not mean that you and I are going to win every moment of our season of life as we're moving into the next one. Some of our failures have caused us to move into the next season of our life. Some of our wins have caused us to move into the next season of life. Sometimes we've had wins and losses, and seasons of life still happen, change still happens, life still moves on. And now what we do is we take what we've learned from those lessons, whether good or bad, and we use them for the next season. I'm not going to talk to this kind of person. I'm not going to search for this kind of job. I'm not going to treat my kids or my spouse this way anymore. We've learned from seasons how to operate better in seasons is what ought to happen. So if you want to sit there and drag your feet because change is happening and it's frustrating, you don't like how life is going on, this job has been lost or this relationship is over, it does hurt, and you have absolutely every right to be upset or to be mournful, but ultimately you're going to have to take the lessons that you've learned in those seasons, whether good, bad, or ugly, and apply them to the next season of life so that you can grow and do better. We know when winter's coming. We know when fall is coming because we want to break out the jackets from the basement and all the the fall clothes and bring those upstairs. When winter happens, then we want to break out the heavy jackets. We may not like the winter for some folks. You may not like the summer for some folks. But you still have learned to make the adjustment to get through the season. You and I have to understand, let's take the lessons that we've learned in these seasons of life. Transition happens whether we like it or not. And let's make adjustments so that we can be better, that we can grow, that we can sit back and ponder as we watch these seasons come to an end. What are the things we could do, we did do, and we should do better? Who we should not, and how we should involve people in the next season to get better. All of that is about learning to grow and develop for the next season. Fam, I love each and every one of you guys. Remember, don't complain about the season. Understand seasons are meant for growth. Good, bad, or ugly, all things work together for the good of those who are called according to God. Called according to his purposes, called according to his goodwill. He's going to use everything in the good, the bad, the horrible, the ups, the downs, the wonderful seasons of life to move us forward to do great things. It's your man, Pastor B Wade. I'll holla at you.